matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Glad to have you with us at Johnny Red Floyd Stadium in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, home to the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Hilltoppers will get us underway with the opening kickoff. The returner will field it and try to set him, and he loses the ball deep in his own end. Touchdown.
And this is why a lot of coaches don't kick the ball out of the end zone. They want them to return the football so something good can happen. So you can put a hat on a football, cause a fumble, make something happen, Palmer, and that's exactly what the kickoff unit does.
Man, I love kickoff coverage units, David, that take pride in their jobs. These guys want to line up. They want to run down the field and hurt somebody. That was a huge game-changing play to not just create the turnover, but to score a touchdown.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blocker. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders offense will have the football first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Did you see how fast he got to the ball carrier to get that tackle for loss? Wow.
What can they pull out of the playbook here on 2nd and long from the 17? Looking for a man. It's Vance. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Terrible way to start this game if you're on offense. You've given up 2 straight negative plays. You ran the ball on 1st down for negative yards, and then you take a sack now on 2nd down. That tells me this offensive line has got to wake up. You knew this was physically going to be a challenge, but you've got to get ready to go, and you've got to fire off the ball because going backwards ain't going to get it done.
Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers offense will go to work for the first time today. There's a receiver who's going to draw some attention, Jesse, but really, he's just part of this whole offensive puzzle.
He hasn't been the most consistent guy when it comes to catching the ball for this offense this year, but he has had some big moments. He has had some big games as well. And, David, you know, from a roster standpoint, they're generally not going to overmatch or overwhelm anybody from the receiver spot, but this is a dude that can get it done.
I think that's the biggest point that you made. It's a guy that has the potential to make big plays. And if you're pointing to a guy, he is the one. Talking to coaches, like, they've seen flashes and big moments. They need to see it consistently, and it starts today.
Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. The screen, he can go. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
And the Hilltoppers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. They're working that left side. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Man, what a great play by that cornerback. There's so much space out here in football, the way they spread you out, but to be able to break on the football when it's thrown on those quick passes like that, nice job by the cornerback.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
The Hilltoppers are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Not a particularly long kick from 36 yards out, but he'll have to guide it in from the left hash. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Gets the back moving. To the air, it's Vance. Here comes the heat. There he goes. And the ball's on the ground. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And he was under so much duress on that play. You saw him scrambling, trying to buy time, doing everything he can to keep the play alive, but the defense just kept coming in waves, and he got a little bit downfield before they finally knocked it out and jumped on that fumble.
Great place to start for this offense. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound, no matter who gets the football. We're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Off the play fake. Caught behind the line. It's Gant. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up 3rd down.
And the Hilltoppers need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Pucks it out of the air. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the 1st down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the 1st down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. That one hurts. They thought they'd move the chains on 4th down. Instead, they back up. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw it big? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
From the gun, the running back has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Vance. Unleashes it. Got him and nobody's close. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. That's the end of the quarter. Western Kentucky is on top, and they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Wide receiver going in motion. With jet sweep pass. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
A nice job by the defense with the edges. They try the touch pass on 1st and goal. Nice job setting the edge, not letting him get outside, making the good tackle, forcing 2nd down and goal.
They'll try the run. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll send out the kicker here. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Absolutely perfect. This is now a 7-point game. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And here's the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. I think the one thing you can say here, Jesse, is that both defenses have done a pretty good job mitigating damages.
Yeah, and on that last drive, not getting it on 4th basically only cost you 3 points. That's the good news. Let's just turn the page, David, and move on.
So I think you can still be aggressive. You can still go for it on 4th down. Now you know you can trust your defense.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just freezed the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Motion from the back. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Going up top. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Hilltoppers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the run. Oh, he's got a chance. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And the Hilltoppers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
The Hilltoppers line up trying to move the sticks on third and short. Wants to go up top. Got his man. And that did not work. Defense spelled that one out from the beginning. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a fourth down.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. Like, the passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Took a shot as he threw.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Punt is on its way. makes the catch at the 10. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right.
He unleashes a long one. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
He'll pull it down. Got a first down. At the 45 on his way. He's loose. He's finally run out of bounds, but not before a huge gain.
Bro, forget the read game. I'm taking this myself. Look at the big play. Look at the space open up. He sees it. He pulls the ball out of the belly, and he is off to the races. Barely gets caught, but he gets a huge play for this offense.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, I love no hesitation. I love my quarterback to make that RPO read, throw it to the right really quickly, but just got to be a little bit more accurate, maybe not rush it so much.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the grab. Turning it on. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. And the Hilltoppers come to the line with a new set of downs.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the tight end. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, WKU. On to attempt the try. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. Virginia Tech is in front. They've played awfully well today. And while there's no Michael Vick out there, this group is fighting. They're up by 4 over NC State. Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Up-tempo for the offense. Back to pass, it's Vance. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his 2nd PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds the tight end. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. They bring the punter onto the field now. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. The Hilltoppers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Going to sling it on second down. Lets it fly. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He stopped at the 32-yard line, not enough for the first down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Hilltoppers will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Here's the handoff. Nice move to pick up yardage. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Rushes on him. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Another off throw from this quarterback, and they knew coming into the game if they were going to have success, they had to be efficient throwing the football, and they have not been that so far. Whether it's been pass pro, bad routes, bad throws, they're not getting it done right now through the air.
It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on third down now, looking like they may have to punt.
Big man has it. It's a first down and more. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals.
Just about set to get this second half underway. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long.
Come on, set.
Off play action. He uncorks a bullet to the right. Hauls it in down the sideline. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. To the air on 1st down. Swings it out to the flat. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew